Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a good trading session today, but natural gas is starting to show some extreme move in a downtrend. Now, the CERAWEEK CEO says natural gas fundamentally changed after the war, and the war they're talking about is obviously between Russia and Ukraine. And another thing which is really interesting is the energy crisis. European gas storage levels at the record highs, and it suggests good news for suppliers because they will not have to worry about supplying it in the next year. Before we get into all of this, if you guys are here for the first time, you don't want to stay up to date with everything to do with natural gas, I highly recommend you scroll down, tap the red subscribe button right there, slap a like on the video. It is completely free to do so. It'll just help the YouTube algorithm push the video out to more people so everyone can stay up to date with the natural gas info. Now, what is really interesting about this statement is CERAWEEK CEO actually went on to talk more about it. The global natural gas market has been more fundamentally changed for the long term than the oil market by the Russian invasion. Why is this? Because Russia was one of the largest suppliers of natural gas when it comes to Europe. For most of the Europe actually had the pipeline connected to Russia and they were being supplied. But after the war, that was obviously being changed because a lot of European countries decided to support Ukraine in the war, which made Russia look bad. And on the other hand, Russia decided to cut off the natural gas supply. The conflict in Ukraine and Western sanctions, global oil and gas markets have been disrupted from Russia. Europe has turned away from dependence on Russia's gas supply and has no intention of changing that in the future. So right now, this is one of the reasons why the whole of the natural gas market is having a significant change, seeing that Europe is obviously changing their ways that they have been doing for decades, which is obviously relying on Russia for natural gas. After this war, they want to make sure that they're not dependent on it, because in the future, if something like this does happen, they just want to make sure that they don't have to worry about Russia cutting off the supplies. Now, exclusive Russian crude oil heads to UAE as sanctions divert flows. The US solar imports from China grow, and on the other hand, you need to know that the energy right now is showing a very strong move when it comes to natural gas coming into Europe. Gas markets, I think, are structurally changed for a long period of time, and the way he's trying to say it is obviously for decades Europe only relied on Russia, but now they're going to be relying on other streams, and obviously that is going to change a lot of things. Another thing is, this is what we talked about yesterday, the storages are quite high. Not much of the natural gas was actually used. More than 50% is full after the winter season was over. As you guys can see from what is average from 2015 to 2020, you can see right now in 2023 it has stayed quite significantly higher. In March, Europe actually has close to 60% in their cold storage natural gas still filled. That means in the coming year they will not have to actually buy as much natural gas compared to last year. Could that have a negative impact and help the people who are shorting natural gas? That would be something for you guys to decide on. Personally, I think this is a little concerning because considering the fact that natural gas is already losing value because the supply is so significantly high, and seeing that the demand is going down even more, this could have a significant negative impact on it. Modeling done by the energy consultancy Cornwall Insight suggests that gas supplies are secure after the concerns of the shortage following the Russia's invasion. So in the next year, even if the war comes to an end, they will not have to worry about it due to the fact now Russia will not need to send natural gas to Europe for them to survive because they already have so much in their storage facilities. Now, if you guys have been paying attention to the chart, yesterday was a very strong downfall. If you are a short trader, you would have made a lot of profit. If you are a long trader, it would have not been a good day. But something you guys need to understand is now again we are in a downtrend, but also you can't just keep going up. Since the 24th of February, you guys can see we have had a very strong rally up. There has to be some sort of move down, but we just need to make sure that the lower low that it forms is much higher compared to the previous lower low. Right now, that is the idea if you guys do want to see the price to be climbing. If you are a short trader, then this is probably the perfect time to try to push it down even more. It goes both ways. I'm not on anyone's side. I just try to give non-biased information. I understand sometimes I am a little biased, but hey, I try not to be. But you need to understand that if it does decide to climb up, then the big resistance that it will have to form will be close to 2.7 on the 1 hour chart, but on the 1 day chart it is actually quite a bit higher. So right now it is going to be a very important thing if you guys do want to trade per day, because yesterday someone was talking about how daily trading is different compared to the long-term trading, and usually I'm actually talking about the long-term trading, the effects it has. Now bearish forecast swing prompts a shift reversal after the overdone natural gas futures rally. What they're trying to say is warmer trends wasn't a surprise, since as we mentioned on Friday, the primary risk was some sort of warmer break between the cold shots, or warmer trends could show up in the weekend data. However, trading 25 to 35 HDD warmer was clearly much larger than exceeded. Just keep in mind something important you need to understand is the warmer weather, or just weather in general, plays a huge role in terms of the trend that the natural gas is going to form. We were expecting that March is going to be extremely cold. Even if there is a singular day that will change the trend, it could have a very negative impact on the price of natural gas. Now natural gas plunges over 12% as extreme volatile continues. At 10, they obviously are talking about how it opened at such a low point, and after that, once the market hit the peak point where it's supposed to have the huge amount of motion, we actually see it go down even more, which is a little bit scary. Now natural gas price plummets 13% as the streak of mild winter weather set to continue. Now keep in mind, right now the price drop is obviously due to the cold storage holding over 60% when it comes to inside of Europe. Natural gas prices have fallen 34% this year as warmer winter temperature hurt the demand. Falling prices are a sign that US needs to scale back the gas production, as some of the Wall Street people say as well. The best way to change the price and put it into an average zone close to $4 is we just need to cut down on the production. As you guys know, the winter months were not as cold as they were expected to be, so obviously the use of natural gas will be significantly lower. That is the reason why the price kept pumping up. And finally, I want to show you guys this terminal diversifying Canadian natural gas marketing to snag the best pricing possible. Now right now we know that natural gas is sitting at a very good price if you're thinking of buying long term, and I'm talking about a country in general. So a lot of countries such as India, Canada, China are deciding to buy into natural gas right now and store it for the long term. Once the price goes back up, obviously the demand will be higher, they can sell it, or they will save a lot of money buying it early. So this is really interesting. If you guys did watch the video till the end, let me know down in the comment section. I'll give you a ha. I hope you did enjoy today's video. If you did, drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with everything, and I'll see you very soon. I'm out. Peace.